Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you all to the University of Jaffna, Sri Lanka. Today's program is just talking about the degree programs of the Faculty of Management Studies and Commerce. The vision of the faculty to be leading center of excellence in teaching, learning, research, and scholarship in management and commerce. The mission of the faculty to transform the students by developing their academic potential, creativity, employability, global insight, and ethical awareness to outperform in a challenging business environment to make a real difference in the world as an entrepreneur, as an investor, as a manager, and strategic planner. The faculty has some values. There are excellence, integrity, diffusion, equity, equality, and inclusion, care, transparency, and accountability, and fashion. So accordingly, the faculty has two degree programs, Bachelor of Business Administration Honors and Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Commerce and Honors program. Under the Bachelor of Business Administration Honors, there are 5 honors programs: honors in accounting, honors in financial management, honors in human resource management, honors in marketing, honors in tourism and hospitality management. Likewise, Bachelor of Commerce Honors, there are 2 degree programs, 2 honors programs, honors in accounting and finance, honors in business technology management. So when you look at the Bachelor of Business Administration Honors program, as I said earlier, there are 5 programs: accounting, financial management, human resource management, marketing, and tourism and hospitality management. There are these programs 4 years duration, instruction, English medium. Similarly, the Bachelor of Commerce, there are 2 programs, as I said earlier: accounting and finance, business technology management. The 4 years duration, medium of instruction, English. The structure of degree program, when you see the structure, each academic year divided into 2 semesters. Each academic year is divided into 2 semesters, semester 1 and semester 2. There are altogether 8 semesters. That means 4 years program, as I said earlier. So each academic year 2 semesters, therefore 8 semesters together for your degree program, either Bachelor of Business Administration or Bachelor of Commerce degree program. Each semesters, there are 20 weeks, including your study leave and semester examinations. Right? I'm sure you understand what I mean. So when you look at your degree program, there are subjects. Each subject, there are codes. The codes define like you can see here. The management codes start with BBA, then the department initial. Say when you look at here, the Bachelor of Business Administration program, then H indicates the human resource management, Department of Human Resource Management. When you start number 1, that means year 1. Then number 1 indicates semester. Then order of course unit. 01 is order of course unit because the principle of management, first course unit of a semester. Therefore, it is 01. Then 3 indicates credits. The altogether this code indicate 11013, principle of management. Similarly, in the commerce program, Bachelor of Commerce, fundamental of management is the first course unit under the semester. Start with 1, as I said earlier, it's year 1. The semester 1, then order of course unit again is 1 because the first course unit under the semester. Then the course unit credit is 3, right? Then you should understand that each course unit, either commerce or management, start with year, then semester, then next 2 digits indicate the order of course unit. 01, 02, 03, likewise. So that means order of course unit. Then last indicates the credit value of your course unit. All these semesters covered like semester-based credit system. That means credit 3 credits subject, 3 hours lectures per week. 2 credits, 2 hours lectures per week. Similarly, 3 credits, there are 3 hours exam paper. 2 credits, 2 hours exam paper. This is a structure throughout your 4 years. The structure of the degree program, first 2 years, you should follow the common program. That means all 4 semesters, year 1 and year 2, altogether 4 semesters. you should follow the common program. The common program means the faculty offers basic disciplinary courses in terms of management and commerce. The both program is same. Management or commerce, the first 2 years, altogether 4 semesters is a common program. We offer the basic disciplinary courses for all the students. End of second year, that means starting from third year, you should choose your honors. As I said earlier, there are 5 honors in the management. There are 2 honors programs in commerce. You should choose your honors programs. In terms of management, you can choose either accounting or human resource management, financial management, marketing, or tourism and hospitality management. In terms of commerce, you can choose either accounting and finance or business technology management, the students' preferences. When you select the students for the specialization, the preference of your students is the first choice. Then suppose the students' preferences overflow the department, the maximum 40% out of total number of students for each degree program. Then suppose the over 40%, then we will consider the student's first 2 years performance. Right, related to the department, we will consider the student's performance. According to the student's performance, we offer your honors programs. In terms of evaluation, there are 2 types of evaluation in the university system. One is a formative assessment and summative assessment. Formative assessment means the formative assessments taking place during the semester. During the semester, there are a couple of exams as a formative assessment. The end semester examinations called as summative assessment. In terms of formative assessment, there are 2 types of courses in your degree program, theoretical courses or the practical courses. In terms of theoretical courses, formative assessments, during the semesters, you can earn 30 marks. The assessments may include the classroom assessment, take-home assignment, or quiz or presentation, etc. It is a lecturer's concern. Lecturer can decide the format of exams. Practical component like information technology, you can earn up to 40 marks during the semester. The examination, there are 4 assignments, including 1 practical assignment. Altogether, you can earn 40 marks. Again, it is a lecturer's concern. Lecturers can decide the format of exam. So I'm sure you understand. Formative assessment means that take place during the semesters. There are 2 types of course units. Theoretical courses is earn 30 marks, and the practical courses you can earn up to 40 marks. Summative assessment, the end semester exam. Each course unit has a summative assessment. As I said earlier, 3 credit course units, there are 3 hours paper. 2 credit course has a 2 hours examination. But the student should keep it in your mind. The students deemed to have to pass in the course unit, students should obtain grade C or above. Right? So in terms of summative assessment, the end semester examination, there are 3 hours exam or 2 hours exam according to the credits assigned to the subject. You should get C or above to get through the exam. In terms of summative assessment, again the theoretical components and the practical courses. The theoretical course units, there are, because as I said earlier, formative assessment, you can earn 30 marks. Then rest 70% you can earn at the end semester written exam. Practical component, practical courses, as I said earlier, in terms of formative assessment, you can earn 40% of marks during the semester. Then 60% you can earn from the practical exam. That means in practical component, there are 2 types of paper, written exam 2 hours, practical exam 2 hours. Written exam, you can earn 60%. Practical exam, you can earn 40%, altogether 100 marks. Then 100 marks will be converted into 60% because your formative assessment, you can earn 40% of marks. But the condition in the summative assessment for the practical course units, students should attend both written and practical examination to complete the course unit. Both should be attend. Right? This is a evaluation structure of this university. Attendance is general, 80% is compulsory. Students must attend 80% of lectures or practical or tutorial classes to eligible to sit the final exam. Suppose students fail to attend 80% of lectures or theory practical classes, then students should, you can't sit the exam, then you have to consider as a repeat candidate for the next semester, immediate next semester. The valid reasons for the absence from the examination. So suppose you fail to attend end semester exam, that is summative exam. There is some reason will be considered for the student's favor. Suppose you serious illness or death of family member, then you have to submit the valid reason to the dean's office of the dean within the 2 weeks time from the date of examination. Or student has some medical reason with a medical certificate, must be endorsed by the university medical officer. Then certificate should be submitted to the office of the dean within 2 weeks of time from the date of examination. Then student have any family member death, again it can be considered for the student favor. Then for these 3 reasons, student fail to absent the end semester exam, then student can sit the next exam as a first candidate. And these are the valid reasons only considered by the faculty. Suppose student hasn't a valid reason, then student should be considered as a repeat candidate. Suppose you are a repeat candidate, you can earn maximum C+ in the next attempt. Right? So if it is a valid reason, you can attempt as a first candidate, you can earn up to A+. Suppose you don't have a valid reason, then what happens? Then you have to sit as a repeat candidate, then you can earn up to C+. That means suppose you earn 100 marks, your marks considered only up to C+. Right? The second condition, student can repeat maximum 3 times. Without, if you don't have a valid reason, then you can repeat maximum 3 times. Upgrading course units. During the exam, that is especially the summative assessment, students, suppose you earn C+ or less, then you can resit again. When you resit, you can earn maximum C+. Suppose you earn C- this semester, you can attempt the next exam, you can earn up to C+. But again, maximum attempt for 3 times. This is the structure of the university. Grading criteria as per the UGC circular, you can see here 75 above, 75 to 79 A, 82 above A+, but grading points 4. There is no differences. 75 to 100, 4 grade points you can earn. 70 to 74 A-, the grading points is 3.7. 65 to 69 B+, that is 3.3. 60 to 64 B, that is 3 grade points. Then 55 to 59 B-, 2.7. 50 to 59, 54 C+, that you can earn 2.3 grade points. Then 45 to 49 you can earn C, that is a pass mark. You should, when you get through the exam, at least you should earn C grade, that is grade 2, right? That is an important point you should understand, because any course you need in the university during your 8th semester, you must earn C grade to get through the course unit. Calculating the overall GPA, because the university award you a degree according to the GPA calculation. That means, as I told you earlier, each course unit assign the credits, then credits multiply by the grade points. Then total points you earn divided by total credit assigned to the semester. Right? You can see here. Say this is an example. This is a one student results. Right? Say you can see here the course code. As I told you, start from here. Then semester, course order, then credit value. You can see this is a marks he earned. A+, A-, B+, B, C, D. Therefore, according to the table I explained earlier, A+ means 3. Right? The grade, credit, the course hours is 3. Grade point is 4. There A+ is 4. Therefore, 3 into 4, 12. Credit points they can earn. Likewise, altogether, he earned 48 credits. Total points he earned. Out of total 48 should be divided by total number of credit assigned to the semester. Therefore, the GPA he earned for the first semester is 3. This is a way we calculate the GPA. I'm sure you understand. I repeat again. So to understand, the fact is the first the credit will be considered assigned to the each course unit. Then according to your results, multiply with your results. Say the A plus, then the credit value for the course is 3. When you get A plus, then the credit points per credit is 4. Suppose you get C, the course unit credit is 2, then should be multiplied by 2. Then likewise, 48 total credit divided by total number of credit assigned to the semester, then get a GPA. Maximum GPA you can earn 4 because everything assigned to maximum 4, minimum is 0. Likewise, in Bachelor of Commerce degree program, same. No, there is no difference in terms of calculation of GPA. Same as I said earlier, the students' grades they earn, then number of credit assigned to the course unit. The grade, say it is a plus, then grade points 4. If it is A minus, grade points 3.7. Then it should be multiplied altogether 47.1. For example, total credit assigned to the semester is 15. Therefore, they earn 3.14. Same here. Maximum GPA is 4. Minimum is 0. Right? This is a system in the university. These are the units actually you are going to study the first year, first semester in the management student. That is Bachelor of Business Administration honor student. You are going to study Principle of Management. That is the first course unit. Sri Lankan Business Environment. Principle of Management, you can see there. The course code indicate end of BBAH. That means offered by Human Resource Management Department. The second course unit, Bachelor of Business Management. Sorry, Bachelor of Business Administration. End with M. That means that course unit offered by Marketing Department, Sri Lankan Business Environment. That the course unit assigned 3 credits. The third course unit is Financial Accounting. You can see there BBAA. That means offered by Department of Accounting. Again, 3 credits assigned to the course. The status of course 4 means it's a compulsory course unit. The students must be attempt this course unit. All the course unit for the first year, first semester is compulsory. The last course unit you can see there, the Business English, 2 credits. It's a common program. It will be offered by Department of English Language Teaching Center in the University of Jaffna. These are the first year, first semester course unit for the management student. This is a commerce student. This is for commerce student, but that is Bachelor of Commerce honor student. You should learn. These are the course units you should study the first year, first semester. Again, it's altogether 15 credits. Here, there are 2 non-credit units. That means there is no credits for your calculation, but you should be completed. You should be completed. That is Business English, Life and Professional Skill Development for the 1 credit. But there is no calculation for the overall GPA. These are the course units. As I said, for the management, you can see here Fundamental Management, Financial Accounting and Reporting, Business Economics, Business Mathematics, Business Environment, Introduction to ICT, Business English, and Life and Professional Skill Development. These are the course units you should learn in the year 1, right? This is all about your structure of your degree program, because this is a new curriculum. So currently the faculty is engaging with revising the curriculum. In couple of weeks, we can able to give full structure of your regulations and the course unit to your hand. Thank you very much. Any questions, any queries? But in your time, if you have any issues or any challenges, you can approach us or the student counselors or the heads of the department. You can able to get more information. Best of luck with your studies. I'm certain your time with us will be more enjoyable and fruitful. Thank you. Credits mean each course unit, we assign the credits. As I said earlier, because say Financial Accounting 1, year 1 for semester, we assign 3 credits because we calculate your value, because the system is credit system. Because some course unit in the university 2 credits, some course unit is 2, some is 1. some is 3, right? But the thing is, in terms of credit, if the subject assigned to 3 credits, there are 3 lecture hours per week, right? Altogether 15 weeks, there are 45 lecture hours for the subject. Suppose 2 credits assigned for the course unit, that means 2 lecture hours per week, right? Yeah, sure. We'll upload this PowerPoint slide in your LMS. You can able to download your PowerPoint slides in the LMS.